It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. This one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Here's the first carry for Matt Jones. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Surveying the field. Trying to lay one up deep. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first rounder, Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Position here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And he'll find a low space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
A run for the fullback, Burton. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you got to have a big man you just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable on picking up first downs.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Out to the right here to Wilson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Taylor. The left side completion to Jones. Got a little handsy there. Defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. down with Taylor. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one. And it's good enough for a Houston first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So they go out of the gun, trying to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Taylor hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Here we go!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helps salvage something there because now there's something positive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those, maximizing opportunities.
Hello? Hey, trying to finish my game up here, man. What's going on? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down after a good game. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, Didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now. Using his length, his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Third and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Bucs. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional
son of a bitch.
because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So nothing there. I don't know if that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll come out in the pistol. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be...
Oh, and this ball's tipped and
God damn it.
intercepted. A great read and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from... here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Strong left! Strong left!
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
Right in, right! Easy, easy, easy. Rush three, shift, shift! Set! Blue 18! Easy, easy, slam, slam!
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They come out here in the eye.
Check. 53. SOS.
Mariota to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here we go. 55. Ohio. Check 3.
On second down, here's Taylor. And Anderson's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Check right 27. Black round. Black round. Black round. Ohio.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Taylor will throw again. The left side completion to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 3rd and 5.
Ohio.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Taylor. Catch made right side by Wilson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Double tight. Double tight. 4 down. Check.
Mariota on first down. Gets it to Strong. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And Cooks has it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, a 3rd down after the second down pass completion. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. Strong grabs it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets fly into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. He's going to let it go again. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Here we go.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On third down, Taylor. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Returnable for Thomas. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second down, Mariota. Backing up. He's going to sling it. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that'll be good for a Houston first.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Taylor, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Cut. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the I.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. I got it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Matt Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. 3rd down here.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
Let's go. What? Ohio.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult.